I want you to create the best content for your audience. If you're a real estate agent or an escrow or title or mortgage, you've got to identify who's my audience and what type of content should I be creating for them. And sometimes that's the biggest challenge that you have. So today we're going to tackle that. I'm going to show you the best way to create relevant content for your audience, and you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Please take notes, slow this down, watch it on replay, and share it with anybody you think that will learn from this. Let's jump right into this one. I'm Tristan. I've been a real estate agent for 21 years. I run one of the largest communities in the world for real estate agents, and I consult some of the best and top companies for real estate out there. You probably know a lot of them. And I still practice real estate with a team, and I've got a brokerage that we just started. Let's jump right into this, because creating content is one of my favorite things to do. Now, does it get cumbersome? You better believe it does. Here's where I want you to dive into TikTok. You're like, Tristan, I don't have a TikTok. I'm like, don't even worry about it. It's okay that you don't have a TikTok. Or, Tristan, I don't even use TikTok. Or I don't use it enough. I'm like, that's fine too. I want you to dive into TikTok. If you've got an account, great. If not, don't stop watching, because we're going to go into YouTube. We're going to go into how to use Google and then ChatGPT. We're going to cover all of those. But right now, let's jump into TikTok. Once you're in TikTok, you're going to go to the search area at the top. When you're on your home screen, when all the feed pops up, go to that little search icon on the top right. You're going to click, and you're going to now type in this search, creator search insights. You click enter. When you click that, you're going to have a little section. It's like that looks like a little light bulb. That little light bulb, you're going to click on it. And as soon as you do, this whole new screen expands. And I have this one saved right here to my home screen on my phone. This way I can get to it really fast. Now, if you're looking at all of the things, now you could scroll down and take a look at this as I'm doing this with you. You can take a look right now and see all of the things that are trending. And when you look at what's trending, you're going to look for the red numbers. You see those red numbers that might pop up where it says percentages that are up, and then some don't even have those percentages. What you're looking at is those percentages that are up for trends, because they say it's a suggested. This is based on all the information that TikTok has on you. But right next to it, you're going to have something that's called so right where it says all, you're going to have a section that says content gap, and you're going to click on content gap. And content gap is everything that people are searching for, but just not enough content is being created. So I want you to look at that and say, okay, got it. I understand. Pick your field, right? Mortgage, real estate, doesn't matter. And you're looking for two things. One, relevant content that matches what you can create. And then you're looking for that red number to be going up. Because if I'm going through this, and let's say I find something called home renovations before and after, and I see a number that's 400% plus, you better believe I'm going to take a look at the other number next to it and say, well, how many views has this gotten? 114,000, 200,000, or just 20? And it's important. I'd click on it and then see what else I've got here that's available, and then you'll get more ideas. The cool thing is when you're here and you click on whatever you've chosen that matches your content, you're going to see all of the other examples. And now you can get motivated, you can get ideas, but you can go in such a rabbit hole that you can start creating content from this. And if I were you, I'd write down all of my ideas as I'm doing a research. Set time to do this whenever it is that you're actually investing in your content creation. This isn't something that's passive. This is something that you have to put a lot of effort into if you're going to create content that connects with people that you're trying to attract. And so for me, creator search insights, I go to content gap first. That's my hack. And number two, to share with you, it is going to be Google. And when I take a look at Google, I love that it's super simple. You could do this on your phone. You can do this on your desktop. We're going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to ask you, what is your niche? How do you want to show up consistently? And I'm going to type in, for me, let's say I target luxury home buyers in Los Angeles. And I would have to think, well, what is somebody purchasing in Los Angeles? What do they think about when they're going to purchase a luxury home, right? So probably homes for sale in Los Angeles. And I probably put luxury homes for sale. Luxury homes for sale. It could be that easy. When I click it, and then I've got all these options, which is amazing. But what I'm looking for is something that's a little bit down the line here. And you see, I'm going to scroll. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can take a look with me. As I'm scrolling, I'm going to see all of these different options. But to me, the important ones are these. It says people also search for. And to me, this is important because we're using Google's data at this point to dive into what people are actually searching based on my comment. So based on my search. Now, let's say people that are looking in the luxury world, they may be typing things to do with my spouse in Los Angeles, maybe even exclusive, right? Exclusive things to do, because I'm trying to think like my customer. I'm going to scroll down. These are all great ideas, by the way, right? But I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find something similar. Right now, you see a slightly different screen on this one. People also ask, a little bit different. And now you've got to pay attention to this screen because something happens different. First, I want to read this to you. What is something fun for couples to do? Is Los Angeles romantic? What to do in Atlantic City couples? Okay, that's different. How to date in Los Angeles. Interesting. So if we want to say expand on this one, right, you can now see all the different things to do. If I'm in LA, maybe I can create some content on that. And let's say I push it back. What happens at the bottom? 2 more things are added. What's the most romantic thing you can do for your partner? How do happy couples spend time together? Let's click on that. Now, as I click on that, more things pop up, right? What is the 70-30 rule in relationships? Do happy couples go to bed together? How much time should a husband and wife spend together? I like this one. And I can keep on doing this and more stuff pops up, right? Now, you have to decide if that was the right search term for you. If it wasn't, I would say living on the beach in Malibu, because I'm going to be close to LA. Living in the beach in Malibu, click enter. Now I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to look for the exact same thing. Is Malibu Beach a good place to live? Now we're getting closer. And I wanted to take you through that loop because I want to show you that maybe your first search term isn't going to produce what you want. But look how clear this is. How much does it cost to live in Malibu Beach? Who lives on Billionaire Beach in Malibu? Why is Malibu Beach so expensive? I'm going to click on this one. And then I'm going to unclick it just so I can get more stuff at the bottom. Can you sleep on Malibu Beach? Who has houses in Malibu Beach? I would say I like how much does it cost to live in Malibu. But just to expand this a little bit more, I'm going to see what else pops up. Where do Beyonce and Jay-Z live in Malibu? Does Lady Gaga live in Malibu? What is the richest area in Malibu? I kind of like this one. What is the richest area in Malibu? If I click this, I now have some other options to create content. If I live in Malibu, I can definitely do one video per line. Carbon Beach, I can show you where that is. Billionaires Beach, Malibu Colony, I can show you that too. Point Doom, I go there every weekend, right? So what does that look like? Or I go during broker opens, even easier. The Malibu Road, private beachfront serenity. See, now you're getting a little closer. So what I'd recommend is shrink that one down. I want you to take a picture of this, a screenshot. It would be a screenshot for you, right? So we're gonna do a little bit of a hack here. We're gonna screenshot this whole thing. Now it's saved on my desktop. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT 03. I'm gonna upload it right here from my photos. There it is. I'm gonna wait till it uploads, and now I'm gonna say from these topics that are heavily you know what? We'll leave the spelling in. Let me zoom in so you can read this with me. From these topics that are heavily searched on Google, what other topics could I talk about on YouTube or any short video content for social media that would attract luxury buyers or sellers? So now I wait and it's going to start populating some other ideas based on what Google already gave me. And look, what Google already gave you, and as it's going, I'll talk to you. What Google already gave you right there, that is more than sufficient to get started. I love two of those. And on top of that, if we go back to Google, and sometimes you forget this piece, if you knew this already, if you didn't, don't even worry about it. But look what happens when I scroll up to that section that says, people also ask. This is why it's extremely important. Okay, let me zoom in. These are questions people commonly search on Google. How important is that? Now you're using the most visited website in the world to create your content for you, right? And that's Google. Google's number one, YouTube's number two. And now I got this nice little table based on what I asked it to do from the Google picture. And take a look at this. Below is a list of fresh, high interest topics that build on the questions people already ask about Malibu. Each idea is shaped to pull in affluent buyers and sellers on YouTube, Reels, TikTok, all this great stuff. So now I've got categories, but more importantly, I've got the topics. Wildfire insurance truth for a $10 million home. That is very specific. And I've gotten a lot of questions for people who own homes there. I know they would be Googling that. What's your $50,000 a month in holding costs really buys? I like that. Inside Malibu's 3 tightest gated enclaves. That is easy for me to do. If I, as a real estate agent, I'm going to go in during a broker open and get some footage behind the scenes, right? What the streets look like, maybe what the houses look like inside of one property that I have permission to film, celebrity level security upgrades. Anyway, you get the idea. You're starting now to create content by being smarter and knowing exactly what people are searching for. That's what this is really all about, creating relevant content for your audience. And now let's go to one of my newer favorite ones. This is if you use YouTube and you have an account on YouTube. This is one of my YouTube channels. It's one of our newer ones. And this one's the Your Daily Real Estate. So what I do for this one, and I'm telling you about this so you understand the back end. This one channel is specifically for real estate agents. So everything that I create on the back end is for agents, videos, everything. Very similar to this one, only this one's, I've got about 16,000 followers on this one, a little different, right? So you go to this one, this is my daily podcast. When you go to yours, you're going to go to the top right icon. That's your profile. So you're going to click there. Now you're going to have this new menu open on the right. You're going to go to YouTube Studio. All right. So that's 2 steps. Profile, YouTube Studio. And there, this is my new channel, right? Now you're going to go to your left and you're going to click on Analytics. So Profile, YouTube Studio, Analytics, 3 steps. Next, you're going to go to Trends at the very top. It's the last option, right? So you got Profile, YouTube Studio, Analytics, Trends. Now here's where the magic starts happening. Probably one of my favorite things here. I shot already a short video on this last week, just on this piece, but I can get ideas for my next video by just typing stuff, which I don't want to do. I want to either go to inspirations immediately. You see over here on the right on my screen, but more importantly, what people are looking for. That's what I want. I want to open that tab up so it can give me ideas. And this is ideas based on my channel. So I've got real estate investing, real estate photography, real estate podcast for beginners, financial innovation, learning and development podcast, real estate podcast, a lot of podcasts there. I guess it figures because this is a podcast channel. Keep on reading, reasonable and necessary podcast, real estate billionaire podcast, business intelligence podcast. A lot of great, these are great channels. I would say if I'm going to do one, real estate investing strategies would be a good one for agents, or real estate podcast for beginners. I like that one, right? Let's say we go with that one. Let's say we click on that one. And this is important because this tells me the interest that my viewers have on something like that. Now, because I know my channel, right? I know that that's probably not the best thing that my followers like because I watch my channel. I know that they like lead generation. So real estate lead generation. And now you see, because I hit it right on, very high interest. We're using their data to give us even more data. So knowing that this is a very high interest, I'm going to brainstorm on these ideas. You click that button on the right and now you have brainstorm ideas and it's going to populate them over on the left. This is the amazing piece to me because now it's using AI to give you these topics, and it's telling you very popular with the viewers, very popular with popular topic. I'm going to stick to it. I want you to stick to the very popular topics, not just the popular ones. And so I've got how to use AI for lead generation. It's a good topic, right? I like that. Next, lead generation from social media. I really like that one because that I can do extremely well on a high level. This one still is maybe too complicated for some people that are listening in, and there's no streamlined way of doing it yet. There are lots of pieces we have to piece together. So let's go with lead generation from social media. And now as I click that, it's going to create an outline for me and a hook, right? Look at this. It's creating this. I have to refresh this because it looked like it could load it. But this is creating the whole thing for me. I could literally just follow this let me show more here. Here's the hook that it gave me. Struggling to stand out in a crowded real estate market. This video reveals how to leverage social media to capture attention, build relationships, and generate a steady stream of qualified leads. And yes, we do that, right? So that makes sense. Now, sometimes this is newer. You're going to find that it couldn't produce this because there's a glitch, but knowing that that's my title, I can go to ChatGPT and expand on it, or I can scroll down. You see at the bottom, I can scroll down, and now I have more titles that I can expand on, right? And videos that are along these lines. Social media lead generation, 5 steps to converting likes and comments into leads. And look at this, 2021, 27,000 views. I probably would take a look at her channel and see if she's still producing good content, right? Which I'll show you how to do too. Titles, social media lead gen, stop chasing, start attracting clients. I really like that one a lot. In fact, I probably would take this one and I'd take it to ChatGPT and expand on that exact title. Now, it looks like the outline did populate here. So that's a good thing, right? After 3 tries. Let's see what it populated it with. Understanding the social landscape. Easy. Building your social media presence. I like that. Lead generation strategy, which is the core of this, right? Let's see how good this part is. Interactive content, utilizing engaging formats like polls, quizzes. So just from where I'm reading, it looks like this is going to be the long term of doing lead generation. We're showing up consistently, the right content, and then targeted ads is probably the fastest way to get business. And then a call to action, right? I would add to this because we've done this, probably add some lead magnets, see what other things we can add there that people will want to download. But it gives you 5 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can copy paste these, right? Copy outline. I could ask more options. This was helpful. This was not. More importantly, if I like this, right, which I kind of do, I'm probably going to take a picture of this and put it into ChatGPT and expand it, right? Now, before I do that, actually, let me just go ahead and do that. I'm going to snap this. We're going to save this for later. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to click on the one I told you I was going to click on just to check her
social media market
to see how she's doing currently. And it says, what do we got? 383,000 subscribers. This video is 3 years old. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe and I'm going to like it just to help her out. I'm going to click on Alex to see what she's up to. I'm going to click on videos to take a look at the latest. And we'll see. 3 days ago, what is she talking about? 5 marketing lessons, 1,000 views, psychology behind great marketing, 4,000 views. So she doesn't do too bad. Some of these videos are on the lower side, but you've got one a month ago for 21,000 views. Pretty good, right? This is really good, right? So now you can see that video did produce a lot for her. I think it was 27,000 views. And she's got a hit or miss, which is like every other YouTube channel, right? But if you want to go back to the inspiration section, here's where you start getting inspired. Here's where you get ideas. And if you take this back to ChatGPT, let me zoom out here. I'm going to take that picture that we took of that area, the inspiration area, right? I grab that. And then as it's populated, I'm going to say, expand on this so I can make a YouTube video and also a short or a few short videos that I can add to Instagram and TikTok. All right, so now hopefully it loaded that picture, that image. Perfect, it did. So there you see that image, right? Which I got from the inspiration section under the outline right there. Now that we have that hook, I like that hook, right? Look at what the hook is. Hooks are very important. It says, struggling to stand out in a crowded real estate market. This video reveals how to leverage social media. I really like that one. And then here's how you expand the outline again. Now let's go back to see what it's producing. Here is my YouTube outline. It even gives me the time, right? At this point, we know that this is what it does. But more importantly, it took that outline in the image and now it made it into a process for me, which is really good because now I can go in and be like, boom, 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 because this is my strength, right? I know how to talk about all of these things. Same thing here, short form video, outlined it, made it really quick. And more importantly, it made them short and strong. Look at the very first one, bio fix in 30 seconds. Your bio is costing you listings. And then it tells you, show side by side, bad versus good, right? Good bio niche and a good call to action. That is such a great little video. And obviously you can go further with that. But to me, I'm looking at creating content that is relevant to the audience I'm trying to attract. And I want you to do the same thing because the time you're investing into all this, it's like prospecting, but it's like getting ready to prospect because you won't be prospecting in social, on video, until you actually produce the content. You're not going to get better at it until you show up consistently over and over and over. And today, the whole purpose of this was to show you where to go to find the best possible content for you to show up better. Look, I also started a great newsletter. It's a link in the description at the very top. So do me a favor, sign up for it. The email goes out once a week. It's called Real Estate Prospecting, just like my book. Hopefully you've read it and picked it up. If you have, please review it. I want you to get better. I want you to use all of these tools to show up better because the world we live in is this: Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and ChatGPT. 5 most visited websites in the world. Let's get to it. I'll see you on the next one.